stop this. You can't stop this. You can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180. Sit on. 180. Finish it.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 11. And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Hey, hey. 180. Finish it. 180. Finish it.
To throw is Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are one game away from a Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got, and that's a heck of a run right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Sit hard. 180. 180. Sit hard. 180. Finish it.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Report. You. Hey, Ozzy. Sit up. Yeah.
Here's Jackson to throw. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Durham Smythe, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Raiders nothing.
after the touchdown. Luke back out to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Off the play fake. Mendoza. It's completed to Caldwell. Down the sideline he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now it's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
180.
Henry up the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We change it. Hey, Alpha, it's hot.
Throwing is Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another first and 10.
Las Vegas first down.
Off play action. Mendoza. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's a gain of 10. And the Las Vegas first down.
Off the play fake. Mendoza. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
From the 25, here's second and 6.
Let's go now.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Raiders.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they get set to start their drive with a first and 10. Inside handoff. Henry. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's good.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
No, we changed it. Go. You. 180. 180 shot.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. Down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, but both of those units in, they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10.
You change it. 13. Go ahead.
Jackson. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a gain of 4. It brings up 3rd and 6.
Right shot. You are X. Right shot. Yo.
Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's 4th down.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jeanty. He is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Jeanty. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And here's Mendoza throwing on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big fella go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, 47 yards. And the Raiders take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, report.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Back to throw. Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
To throw again is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw again. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Sit hot. 180. Middle. Sit hot.
Looking to throw. Jackson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and goal.
180. Hey. 180.
Back to throw. Jackson. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Report. Right here. Sit hot.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that will be incomplete as well. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield. It almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
Now they'll change things up. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. He gets this one to Johnson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Colin Johnson. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Ravens 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Jackson from the shotgun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Hey, middle.
To throw is Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree? Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Las Vegas first down. A gain of 16 yards.
Off play action. Mendoza. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Caldwell. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw for it here. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Nice shot. You.
Check out 65.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 37-yard line.
You change it.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 4.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Here's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. He's got his receiver, Lane. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Throwing is Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they get him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. It is not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Completes this one to Thornton. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's completed to Caldwell. And he's taken down inside the 30. So they run the option here on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Mendoza. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Brings up 3rd and
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Mendoza. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 10. Ravens 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Mendoza from the gun on third down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open.
Ashton Jeanty taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 60 yards. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
That's it. You are X. You are X.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
No, we changed it. Go. Hey, Ozzie, shut up. Hey, report.
From the gun, Jackson. Pass caught. It's Lane with it. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Get up, report.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
DC, ready? 180!
Jackson will throw again. And Walker has it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's up 2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
No, we changed it.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. 2nd and 6 coming up.
We changed it. Hey, Alpha, Shabbat! 180! You. What shot?
Jackson going to keep it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here comes 2nd down.
Get up! 180! Get up! 180! Hey, shut up! 180! Shut up!
Throwing. Jackson going to keep it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Hey, report. Shut up.
Now Jackson. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
13. What? 180. 180. What is it? No, we changed it. What is it?
Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Hey.
Jackson to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's third down.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Jackson. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hey, officer. Yeah. You change it. Hey, Ozzy. Hey, report.
One last shot for Jackson. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Now the Raiders, they are Super Bowl bound. Thanks for watching, and good night. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.